Hello everyone. So we're going to be doing some more limited on Magic the Gathering Arena. So here we're going to be doing some sealed Dominaria. So let's see how this goes. Open our packs. And let's see what rares we have. Traxos is pretty good. Rite of Belzenlock, not too excited about that. Tempest is good, but you definitely need to be mono blue for that. Sylvan Awakening is actually pretty good too. Teshar is okay. Yeah, you might be able to go something like a blue-eyed historic. Let's see what else we open. Alright. So white Adamant Will is alright. Knight of Grace is good. Trapper's good, Disciple is good, and Historic. A good base for Historic. Heaven Sentry's not bad, and we have Teshar, it's decent. Let's see, in blue we have Academy Drake. Two Academy Drakes actually, which is they're pretty nice. Deep Freeze is okay removal. Divination's good card draw. Tempest is good, but triple blue is kinda hard unless you have fixing, so you'll have to look at that. Mind is an okay creature. Unwind could be a decent counter spell. It's not great. Ooh, two Snappers. That's really good. Snappers is a good one to end the game with. Let's see, in black, Vicious Offering is good removal. Double Skinwich and Confessor, these are pretty good. With the kicker cost, the vanilla creatures themselves are not great, but if you can play them with the kicker, it's pretty good. Open up a Yargle. Yeah, not playing that. Rite of Belzenlock is okay. It's double black, so we definitely need to be black. We can't splash it. We does create a 6/6 flying with trample. It creates its own clerics. Although for 2 turns, basically, we can either use the clerics to jump block, or have to do something. And the problem with this is if you run out of creatures, your opponent has good removal, then basically just doing 6 damage to yourself every turn, which can be bad. These cards are okay. Slinging Phantom has good synergy with the historic theme, but it's not that relevant. Double Sheen Fire is pretty nice. Don't see much else that's really nice in red. Keldon Warcaller might have a place in this deck. If you play something like red-black, we have a double Flame of Geld and a Belzenlock, so maybe we can do something about that, although our other red cards are pretty bad, except for the Sheevan Fire. Don't really have any good creature. I mean, Cyclops is an okay blocker. Keldon Raiders, I mean, alright playing it. Fire Elemental is just Big Bear. See, in green, Llanowar Elves is really good. Ancient Animus is a fight, but not great. Adventurous Impulse is nice to find something. These are all very average. Corson Druid is playable, Sapper is playable. Sylvan Awakening can win you the game, but ooh, triple Shauna, interesting. Do we really want to go green-white? The problem is we don't have go-white cards. Then Sapper, right. Triple Shauna is really strong though. If Compass for fixing, could consider that. Sylvan Awakening could be splashable too. That's unplayable. Skittering Survey is also good for fixing. Servant is good. Alright, we're definitely playing these two. I mean, this combo is just really strong, and if you get Traxxas on curve, the Servant out, it's close to GG. See, so we have good cards, we have good lands in white, and you have a Hinterland Harbor that's pretty nice, check land. So let's see, red was quite below average. Black wasn't too good either, but the Wishes Offering was good, and Red of Belzenlock. So we could go Bant actually. So white, blue, green is decent. We have some fixing for it too. Need to get the fixing. Might not need compass, so you'll think about it. So we can go Sylvan Awakening, Saphard. Let's go Triple Oshana. Crossing Druid is playable. Scout maybe? Llanowar Elves. Impulse. Do we want to play this? We might play this. Let's see what's good in blue. Snapper is good. Academy Drake, Deep Freeze, Divination. If we're going 3-color, Tempest Chain is not a good card for our deck, unfortunately. You can think about these two. I don't think we'll be playing Rescue. Befuddle can be okay to stop their aggression. It's a decent combat trick to win a trade, and also it's a draw card. So that's an okay card. Could go Teshar. Knight of Grace is good. Disciple is good. Trapper is good. Adamant Will is a good combat trick. Don't think we're wide enough to play Charge. Sentry is a decent creature. Honor Guard is a 2-drop if we need them, but looks like we have a ton of 2-drops, so I don't think we need that. Dub maybe? Invoke the Divine is good for artifacts and enchantments. We don't have a way to deal with those. Elephant, 5 mana 3/5, but with the kicker we can get Roxas back if we lose him, which can be relevant since he's sort of our main win condition. Can we afford to play a Tempest Chain? Alright, let's get the lands in. Alright, how many cards is this? 41. Oh, so we actually don't need to cut that much. Yeah, I think we're gonna Navigator's Compass and Short Sword just for the historic theme. Do you want an Ursa's Tome? Draw a card, then discard. So we played for 2 mana. Unless you exile historic card from your graveyard. Interesting. So 3 mana, draw a card. Shield of the Realm is not bad either. Could consider it. Pierce the Sky is good against flying. What do we have against flyers? Even Sentry Teshar. We have a decent game against flyers. We don't need that. Broken Bond is not really good. Llanowar Scout helps us ramp, but don't need it. Ancient Animus might be okay. Well, we only have... I guess we have 3 legends. And if we get Shana out, it's not bad. So this might be a decent combat trick. Let's look at blue again. If we need another creature, Tolarian Scholar could be good. I mean, playing Tempest Chain with 6 blue sources is very ambitious. The question is, do you want Dub or Invoke the Divine? Alright, so let's see how many creatures we have, right? Wait, where do you... How do you look at, oh, there. Right, so we have 18 creatures. So we can cut maybe 2 or 3 of those. 10 non-creatures is perfectly fine. Alright, so let's see. Creatures we want to cut. Llanowar Elf is good. This is good, this is good. Shana's nice to have. Servant is good for the combo. Academy Drake is good. Trapper is good. Let's see, how many historic do we have? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 historic cards, that's pretty good actually. Even Sentry is 4 mana 3/2 flying. There's a 3 mana 2/2 flying with a kicker. Do we want to cut the Sentry? Sort of not that great. Coldwater Snapper is 4/5 hexproof, is a good win condition. He doesn't have evasion though, but I think we still keep it. Maybe we cut the Crozen Druid. Or maybe we cut a Divination. No, I think we need the card draw, especially if we're running 3 colors. Convert mana cost 3 or less. It's really nice having all of these. Alright, let's see what non-creature spells we have. So, you have these 2 artifacts. You have double Adamant Will, which is a combat trick. You have an Ancient Animus. Actually, if you have double Adamant Will, I don't think we need the Ancient Animus, so let's cut that. It's nice. Shield of the Realm is okay, I guess. Skittering Surveyor is nice. Defreeze is good. So what's the removal we have? Basically defreeze. And that's it. That's our only removal. And I guess combat. So that's not great. Maybe we got a Sapphire. It does create 2 creatures for Shana though, so let's try cutting the Crows into it. Doesn't feel great. But let's try that. And then cut a Sentry maybe. The upside, the Sentry is a 3-2 compared to a 2-2 that the Drake is, but the Drake has the upside of the kicker cost. And then it's left 2 cuts to make. It's a tough decision. Do we cut a Drake? Do we cut a Shana? Do you want to be running 3? I mean, I feel like we do. Don't really have evasion to put on her though. It's a problem. Maybe we got Shield of the Realm. Well, it does reduce the historic cards in the deck. Sure, it's 16 creatures. To cut a Cold Water Snapper? That doesn't seem good. Then again, if we're running 3 colors, we want the fixing. Starts to symbol is first strike and it's relevant with historic. Knight of Grace is just good. First strike 2-2. These are hard cuts. Maybe you got Short Sword. +1/+1. Is that better than Shield of the Realm? Maybe. I think we try cutting a Drake. I think with all the 2-drops we have, this might be better. Alright, let's try running this. So you have 15 creatures, 8 non-creature spells, 17 lands, that's good. Let's see what our lands like. So we have 5 green sources, a few on Lanor and 1 Shana on 2. Might need more than that. We have 6 blue sources, okay. Don't think we need 6 blue. I mean, we do have blue, but we don't really need blue till turn 3. So this doesn't seem right, and we have 7 white. 7 white seems good because you have a lot of early white cards. I think. Go up a forest, down an island. So then we have 5 blue, 6 green, 7 white. That feels better. Alright, let's try running that. And we're gonna put Traxos as our icon here. Let's see, could we do this without going 3 color? So if we went only white green, we'd got the Academy Drake, Deep Freeze, Double Divination, and Cold Water Snapper. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, 5, 6 cards. And then we could probably add on a guard, Dub, Aven Sentry, green. Let's do that. Green we could add Croson Druid and Adventurous Impulse maybe. That doesn't feel too good. Especially because we have no removal then. And Deep Freeze is not the best removal, but it's something. Cutting green. Lose land or else, 3 Shanas, Yama. Still splash for Sylvan Awakening, so we lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And then what can you play in blue? You can put back 1 Academy Drake, so that's 1. Could possibly play Befuddle to 2, maybe a Tildaran Scholar 3. And then white we could add something like 4, 5, 6, 7. Few decent cards to add, but it's better than playing Shana or else. Probably not. Dub would be nice to put on one of these guys. Do you want to run Dub? And maybe cut. What would be cut? Dub on something like Shana or Traxxas will be really good because the first strike is super strong. I don't know what to cut. Okay, let's try running this first and then we'll see. We can modify it after game 1. Alright. It's kind of a weird 3-color deck, but let's see how it turns out. Bant is one of my favorite color combinations though, so this should be pretty good in the playstyle. Let's see. I'm excited for Civic and Azorius coming in the next Ravnica Legion set. Should be fun. Alright, let's see. We have a Shana but no green. We do have playables though. 3 combat trick. So I think we keep this. Even though it's a little slow, and problem is even if you played Shana with the green, she'd only be a 1/1, which is not great. So yeah, I think this is fine. Ooh, green is nice, but now we want to be efficient, so we're gonna play Trapper. And then next turn maybe we play the Forest and Shana out. Keep up Adamant Will. Drake, that's nice. They are tapped out. So at this moment they're just sacrificing it to grow the Drake, which is fine. Alright, so when you play Shana, it taps the Drake, which is nice. You can attack for 3. That's pretty sweet. And next turn we can play land, play Divination, keep up the Adamant Will. What does this card do? Return target artifact from the graveyard to your hand. And when you cast a historic spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Archaeologist. Interesting. So opponent is playing Esper. Esper Historic looks like. I'm just playing Esper good stuff. Opponent is tapped out, so we're hoping they block here. They don't. That's smart. Gonna draw 2 here. I guess maybe we should have. I guess we wouldn't have known. We were gonna draw a Llanowar Elf, so. So I guess that's artifact, so that grows. Another artifact that's gonna become a 5/5, and that's pretty sweet. I'm gonna swing for 8. So no blocks. Right, that's pretty nice to have. So this can basically end the game next turn maybe if you get a land, but right now we need a blocker. If you play the Snapper, cost 6, so you tap out. basically just jump blocking the archaeologist. If you attack right now, they block something with the wall. They can jump block the other thing with the construct, trigger one of their creatures. So I don't think attacking is good here. Do you play Llanowar and keep up Adamant Veil? Problem is we still can't block the Drake. And let me just play this. I think we try to survive this turn, next turn play Awakening and swing with everything. They do get Indestructible and Haste. Did I miss lethal? Awakening does tap 3, right? I think that is correct. So I'd have 4 attacking 2/2s. Opponent has 4 creatures, so if I attack with everything, I guess they block these 3 at 1 land, so I swing in for 6, which is not great. Good attack, but alright, I had that jump block. I'm just helping them grow the Drake. This is bad. Oh, we might lose this now. Oh god, icy. That's not good. So they can use icy to tap down the Shana. Tap down the Trapper, interesting. Swing with everything. Oh. Then you block like this. And then we Adamant build a Shana. Go to 1. I'm gonna play Island. Awakening. Swing with everything. Hopefully opponent can block one thing. We should have enough ooh, 11/11. Do we have enough damage? Okay, didn't do the math, but looks like we did. That was clutch. Man, 1 life. Oh, I totally forgot that when they become creatures, Shana just grows like crazy. That was interesting. Alright, let's go to game 2. Oh yeah. I guess if you had evasion, like if we had like an arcane flight or on Sarah's wings to give Shana flying, then it would be it would have been really good. Combo with Sylvan Awakening. The deck seems okay. I wish we had opened it Tatiova though. I mean, with the land stuff we've got going, she might have worked really well to get us a more card draw, but these things might still work out. Also with 3 Shanas, it's pretty likely that we draw into 1 every game at least. It's not bad. But we don't have a way to grow her really quickly, like Saproling Migrations. Knight of Grace turn 2, or Shana turn 2 even, and some pretty good cards other than that. 1 more land we should be able to play almost anything other than Teshar, so this is a good opening hand, I'd say. Do you want to show opponent that we are green-white? Not really. That's just the Knight of Grace. It does have first strike, so I think we play land, attack with the Knight. We could play Servant, but I think we play Shana. 2 2/2s on the board. Next turn we can play Servant. Can even play a Teshar. That would be pretty nice. Zap Herd, okay. So we have some options. You can play Servant and Lanoir, or we can play Teshar. I think we play Teshar for the flying threat. We can attack with Shanna, but they can double block with Zap Herd and Saproling. It does mean we wipe the board, so they get 2 for 1. And we still have 2 creatures on the board. They are Gruul, so they might be looking to ramp. Question is, do we attack with Shanna? I don't think so, since we can grow Shanna pretty easily. If we get a Llanowar into Voltaic Servant next turn, which is likely, Shanna can just become 5/5. And then unless they play something else, right now, she becomes hard to block. Okay, so let's see. Marwyn, interesting. So they might be playing a lot of elves then. That's what that tells me. Lands, it's a nice draw. Elf. Stamp this way. Servant, so now we have a 5/5, so this is not a good block for them. And they can't block either of these either, so let's just go with that. Looks like they're chomp blocking Shanna. Makes sense. Ooh, Mammoth Spider blocks out our Teshar attacks. That's not great. Let's see if you have lethal though. They have 3 creatures on board. They're at 12 health, so if you play Awakening, 3 lands tap out, we have 3 lands attacking, plus these 5 creatures, and they're all 2/2s, so suppose they block our biggest creatures, so the 5/5, 2/2, and 2/2. We have 6 damage from the land, 7, 8 damage. That is not enough. Ugh. Okay, do we attack with Knight of Grace? No, it dies to the spider. Everything dies to the spider except Shanna, so guess that's what we're going with. So decide to chump block, interestingly. Let's see what they have here. Preventing the opponent from going wide is also pretty good for us, because then that gives us a good shot at getting damage through with Awakening. I think Surprise Awakening is also really good if the opponent taps out to attack, but that's unlikely with Mammoth Spider. Skizik, interesting. They don't attack with it, so we're just gonna keep playing lands and then get a huge Awakening, hopefully at the end of it. If we attack with Shanna, they can just trade with Skizik, so that's not a good play. None of other creatures attack too well into it, so I think we're just gonna pass here. Sure. So now we have 7 lands, so we attack with 4, so that's 8 damage. Block 3, 9, 10. Still not enough. 1 more land might do it if they don't play anything else. Although with 7 mana, I'm sure they'll play a creature or some removal. They must have something. Oh, kicked Varric's Bladewing. Now, that's a big problem for us. So we go with the Serra Disciple. No attacks because we don't have any good attacks. It's fast turn. Truxos could be good here. So if they attack, do they have lethal? I think not. Question is, do they attack with anything else? Do we just take 8? So we go to 12. Question is, does that give us lethal? Well, let's see, they still have 7 mana up and they could play something. Shanna's gonna become huge with this Sylvan Awakening, but they'll probably jump block her, so Skittering Surveyor. Interesting. The forest. Playing this boss of the Sarah's Disciple. Still dies to the spider though. Do we go for the Awakening here? Well, they have us dead with Varix and Karox, 2 turns. So we go for the Awakening, we get 4 lands plus these creatures. They have 6 blockers, I mean they have 4 blockers, so they have 1, 2, 3, say 4. So we have 2 damage plus 4, that's 8. I don't think that's enough to push us through. Do we play the short sword then? And this is really tough. If opponent draws into maybe you should attack with Shana. I don't know what the play there is. Well, they can block with Skiz against Marwyn or Skiz against Surveyor though, for a good block. And we lose Shana. If we had a second in hand, we might have attacked because she's legendary. So that works out for us, but this doesn't. I think we just take 8. Hope they don't have 2 lightning strikes in hand, or lightning strike and a shock. Or more creatures, to be honest. Also, if they have a Gift of Growth, it's really bad for us because it can untap Varix and block. Best draw for us actually might be land at this point. Does that give us enough to push through damage? Well, let me attack with 5 land, so that's 10 damage on their own. And then if they block most of our creatures, we push through. Okay. Snapper is not what we need. Right, they kill us next turn with flyers, so I think we go Awakening. Swing with everything. So Skizik can eat something, so can the Gorger, so can the Spider. Shan has to be jump blocked. Question is, do we attack with Teshar? I think we attack with everything. Let's see, so they block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so they block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do 1, 2, plus 6 damage. It's definitely not enough, but don't see us winning here, so. Oh god, it pierced this guy even. See, if you had trample here, this would be so good, but it's kind of frustrating. Hard to push damage through. And we're dead here. Yeah, Varix is kicked. Varix is pretty GG. I think that's a mythic right there. Sure. Oh man. Surprised they didn't kick the bailout Gorger. Maybe they didn't have the mana at that point. That was a tough match. Right, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. Let's see. All we can do is just keep going. I think maybe we side in dub just so that we can put it on Shauna and then swing. Cause as a 6/6 or whatever, it's hard to swing if we know that the opponent can trade with some of the mediocre creatures, but as a 6/6 with first strike, it's really hard for the opponent to block and they're forced to jump block every turn. Maybe we consider siding it in instead of like a Sarah's Disciple. We don't have white. This is not a good hand. I mean, we have a ton of 2-drops, but okay, that's good. We have all 3 colors. We have 2 and 3. This is a good hand. So I think we probably go Knight of Grace into Sapphard. Or if opponent's playing green, maybe we go Disciple first. Sure. Our only removal spell, I'll take it. Something like that could have helped us against Verix or even the Spider to push through damage. Alright, opponent is AFK maybe, or just tanking. Alright. So let's show them we're green. Go Knight of Grace. Elfheim Druid. So opponent seems to be on the Golgari ramp plan. Right, so I think we go Sapphard here for mana efficiency. Next turn if we draw land, maybe we can go both of these. We attack with Knight of Grace because they don't have any good blocks. The 0-2 isn't exactly the best blocker. Well, this is a lot of ramp though. Acolyte. Interesting. The bin some lands and a Gift of Growth. Plains is a nice pickup. So you can go to combat, attack with these two. So blocking at the Acolyte is pretty bad for them here, so they'd probably take 5. Unless they want to trade with the Sapphard. Maybe they don't see the first strike and trade with Knight of Grace, although that's very unlikely. I don't think we want to use Deep Freeze on the Acolyte. Might be a better card to use that on. Maybe if they have something like Slimefoot, because this does remove activated abilities. Let's get this out. Urshan has a 5/5. It's pretty good. Let's see what opponent plays here. Oh, they might have removal since they're in black. But for a 5/5, I think Eviscerate works. Nothing else. Could have a kicked Vicious Offering. And now they have a Sapling to sacrifice to that. Probably don't want to sacrifice the ramp elements. Okay, Snapper's good, but 6 mana is not where we're at. Let's see, do we defreeze anything? Did they have a good block for Shauna? Well, they have 2, 3, 4. Maybe we defreeze the Acolyte now. So opponent seems to be mana screwed. They didn't play a land. They do have Kicker on this, but I think this is fine. I mean, They do have ramp with these two, but this is fine. Okay, they jump block with the Acolyte. That's fine. Can't block the Disciple because it's flying. So, what is the opponent playing at here? Settle the score. Interesting. Land is fine, we need one more to get to Snapper. Drawing another Shana would be pretty good. Getting a Traxos might be nice. Although we need Historic to untap Traxos, so maybe not. A land lets us play Snapper. Then again, we don't have any evasion for Snapper or Shana, which is sort of the weakness of this deck. And an Arcane Flight would really have helped us a lot. I think after this game I'm gonna side in the dub. Take out something. Right, opponent trades the Sap Herd. Takes 3. Opponent does have 5 mana. 6 if they kick something, so they could play kick Caligos Gainwage, which is bad for us, because then we lose Snapper. What was they holding? Surprised they haven't drawn into 4th land yet. If they do start drawing into land though, then that probably means they're holding some expensive cards that they can start playing. So maybe a Grun. They should be able to play a Slimefoot if they had one. Dark Bargain. Okay, that's gonna deal 2 damage to them, which is good for us, but we do get to do sort of an anticipate maneuver. Or to get to draw 2. Oh, that's actually better than anticipate. Huh. So that's pretty good for them. Gotta restock. So Teshar is interesting. Lets us get back Sapphire at some point. Let's swing with these. They don't have good blocks. They might jump block the Knight of Grace with the Saproling. It could take 3 damage. If they take 3 damage though, then we almost certainly have lethal next turn with Teshar. Ooh, very risky maneuver, opponent. Oh, totally forgot that trigger on the Disciple. Would have let us get 2 damage through, but then opponent might have jump block Knight of Grace. Oh, which wouldn't have been the worst thing for us. Opponent would have been at 3 instead of 2. But we'd have had the 3 flying damage anyway, so looks like opponent surrenders. It's another win for the deck. It's pretty nice. It's good. Let's look at the deck again. I think we add the dub. What do we got? Haven't drawn the Academy Drake. Do we cut it to improve our mana maybe? It doesn't improve our mana all that much. Might not need Navigator's Compass actually. That does work with a cheap, it gives us a cheap historic card to play and works with the theme. Which is really nice for Traxos. Ugh, what do you want to cut here? have 15 creatures. Probably not a creature. Maybe we got the short sword. It's also a cheap historic artifact though, and it's better than compass. Maybe we try this. How many historic cards do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Although we can only have one of them in play. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 7 to activate Traxos, 8 to activate everything else. It's not terrible. Let's try that. Why did it change the image? We want our big steel doggo to be the image, come on. I don't know if you've noticed, but Traxos just looks like a big metallic dog coming out of the ground. Right, we're against Damien, Sabin, 2 Shaunas, and a Voltaic Servant, tap land in green, I guess. So we cook Memorial and then Forest. Turn 2 Shauna, turn 3 Servant. We can't play both Shaunas, but if they deal with one, we can play the other, which is nice, I guess. And you gotta remember not to play the second Shauna, otherwise we just lose one. See if opponent has Vicious Offering, maybe? No. So Plains, Voltaic Servant. But it does pause, so opponent might have a combat trick. Or Vicious Offering. Seal away. I guess opponent didn't read Shauna's text. Shauna says legacy can't be the target of abilities your opponents control. So it's kind of like hexproof. Except it can be the target of spells, just not the target of abilities. Not exactly sure what the complete difference is. Oh, describe one, that's pretty nice. Jousting Lance is bad for us because it makes this a 3-1 with first strike. Oh, that's only on their turn though. And we wouldn't be able to block it since it's flying anyway, so maybe it's not terrible. But misplay by the opponent there. I think we can get a dub on the Shauna, then this is pretty good. Attack with both of these. They can block the Servant with the Assistant if they want. They can jump block the Shauna. They choose not to, so we get 5 damage through, and we can untap the Servant because of its ability. That's pretty nice. So keep drawing more land. We could just sacrifice Memorial to Glory on our turn. Get 2 soldiers, grow Shauna. It's pretty nice actually. Okay, they attack with resistance. They only have 1 mana, so I don't think they play anything, which is good for us. So I think this uses up all our mana, but I think that's fine. I think we go land. Sacrifice the Memorial. 2 soldiers, throw the Shauna. Swing for 7 damage. And tap the Servant. See, the dub is already doing work. I think that was a good card to side in. And now the opponent is forced to not attack with the Assistant, because then they just die to Shauna. Unless they have like some sort of bounce spell. To get a Scry one, that's nice. Aldous Reborn is good here, but luckily we have these expendable soldier tokens. How would they attack? Are they just gonna surrender? Confused. Okay, they are. Man, that seal away play though. That was lucky for us. Could have stolen our Voltaic Servant. Arterial Flow. Each opponent discards 2 cards. If you can do Vampire, they also lose 2 life. Interesting card. Right, 3 wins, 1 loss. Deck's doing pretty well. Let's see how many wins we can get. Alright. So this is Bant Historic Dominaria sealed. Alright, 2 lands. These 3, 4, 3, 6. Kinda expensive. We also don't have any green. If you don't draw into land, we can't play anything. If you draw into 1 land, we can play a Trapper, give it dub, which is not the best move. If you draw into 2 lands, we can play Trapper, Teshar, and then give Teshar a dub, which is decent. But I think we mulligan. Oh god, 1 land. That's not a land. Play Short Sword. Alright, so we do have Shana and Traxos in hand, which are both really good. Nature's Impulse. Maybe they're searching for land. Or maybe they have tons of land and they're searching for... Oh, Baylot Gorger. Interesting. That's not a land. And our opponent's gonna know we kept a 1-lander. And we're kinda screwed. Oh, well, that's always a tough decision. I'll pink, but... Alright, land's good. So now we can go Shana, or you can go Sarah Disciple. Sarah Disciple is better, I think. Because Shana would also be a 1-1, but Sarah Disciple also has First Strike. Which is kinda relevant here, although not really. But I guess next turn, if we get a land, or even if you don't get a land, if you get a land we can play Shana and then Short Sword equip onto something, probably Disciple. Right, Baylot Gorger. Surveyor. Alright, we didn't draw a land, so I think we play Shana. She buffs up the Disciple, and then you attack with Disciple for 2 in the air. So that's not terrible. So I think if we get a 3rd land, we definitely play a Surveyor, even though that's our only historic card to activate Traxos in hand right now. Because it gives us a chump blocker, and also it helps us find more land, which we are in desperate need of right now. Oh god, kicked Kavu. This game might be over, guys. Adamant Tool doesn't save us from kicked Kavu. It does trade with the Gorger, but it's not entirely relevant. Do we play a Knight? If you play a Knight, attack for 1, we take 9 damage. So I think we just keep up Adamant Will then. We take 5, kill the Gorger. Oh, we should attack with the Disciple, that was a misplay. Missed 1 damage. Does opponent have a pump spell here? If they have a Gift of Growth, we might be in trouble. They might also have a Vicious Offering. Looks like they have something. Or they use it to kill that. Okay, interesting play. Right, tapped land is not great for us. No attacks, this means we're gonna take at least 5 more damage, putting us down to 6. Opponent is red. Oh god, Fiery Intervention even? Yeah. This game is kind of lost. Man, opponent had really nice kicker cards. So, get a Surveyor. Take action. I think we get an island. Play the island. Pass. I think if they attack with equip sword onto Shana, chump block the cow with Surveyor. I think that's the play. Oh god, what's the button playing? Bloodstone. But it does have trample though. Oh god. Okay. This is GG. GG. Alright. So if you play Traxos here, he enters tapped. And he doesn't untap until I play Teshar. So that doesn't help us. Can play a Saphard. Let's make Shana a 3-3. This gives us a decent blocker for Kavu. Dreadshade can become a, I don't know, 7-7 or something. So if we say we block Kavu with 2 creatures, chump block the Dreadshade. Opponent still gets to do damage at least. Alright, let's just pass turn. This might be a lost game. Alright. Okay. So we have to block the Dreadshade, otherwise we die. We chump block the Kavu. Oh, whoops. That was my bad. I mean, I think we were pretty dead there anyway. But yeah, I was thinking of equipping the short sword, but yeah, that didn't work. Okay, second loss. 3 wins is not bad though. Let's see if we can get a couple more. Yeah, opponent just had a really good start. Alpha him into Gorger. The Adventurous Impulse is pretty nice for them. Then into a kicked Kavu even. Yeah. Untamed Kavu is a pretty strong card. And if you play it without the kicker, it's just a 2-2 with Vigilance Trample, I think, which is not great, but 5-5 Vigilance Trample is pretty strong in this format. It's basically a Vigilant Bailout with Trample. So yeah. And Vigilant Bailout is at uncommon, I think. I'm not sure. Shana, but no white. We do have 1-2-3 plays though. Turn 1, turn 2 play and equip. Turn 3 divination. So we keep this. Another land, but that's not a plains. You still might potentially draw into plains next turn for Shana. Then if we do we play Shana? Okay, that's not a plane, so I guess we don't have to answer that question yet. Let's go short sword. Equip. Swing for 2. Right, opponent didn't pause, so opponent doesn't have seal away. That's good to know. So they might draw into it. Alright, black white. Pegasus Scorcher. Nice. Do we attack? Will opponent block? They might fear a combat trick. Pegasus Scorcher is a pretty important creature, so I don't think they should block. I mean, if I were them, I probably wouldn't block, but okay. I mean, it's not like we would be able to block it anyway, so I think attacking was okay there. More white cards and no planes. Interesting. It's a bit of a problem. Attack for 1. Okay, bear. Nice, okay. So let's go Traxos. Fast turn. So we have 2 historic cards to untap him with. But we do need a white source for that. So we really want to draw into planes here. If we do, we get to attack with 7 mana. I mean a 7/7. Oh god, and had Icy. That's terrible for us. But at least we don't have the mana to use it this turn. So if we draw into planes, we can swing for. That's peculiar. Ooh, nice. That's really peculiar because wonder why they didn't attack with the bird. Okay, if you play Teshar, we untap the Traxos. do have to pay 1 to attack with it, which I guess we can. Do you want to be safe and play Shana? No, then I think we play this. The next turn we can play both of these. We can pay this cost. Do they... Right, they don't want to sacrifice it. It's logical. Alright, but now basically they can keep up 1 mana every turn and just use the IC to tap down Traxos every turn, so bye bye Traxos. And this can make Baird oh god, they can use IC twice every turn now. That's disgusting. Make that flying, we can block this. They have a pump spell, they can use it, but that makes them tap out, which is good for us. So they can't use IC. To take 2 damage from the Baird. Which is okay. Untap Traxos for me, please. Alright, we only have 1 white, so we either play this or one of these. We do play Shana, they can just IC in response to tap Traxos, so that's not any good. Can get 2 damage in with Teshar. Alternatively, we can get Trapper out. And then move the short sword to Teshar and swing for 3. Also do that with Sarah Disciple. See what's better. I think Disciple's better because they do get to tap it down with IC though. Yeah, so basically so at least one thing every turn is gonna get tapped down with IC. Potentially even 2. Super annoying. That card is so strong. Let's see, did they put the Jousting Lance in the Baird? Looks like yes, so they can swing it for 5 damage in the air with Pegasus Courser. And we don't block anything. Right. Oh, they swing for 6. Let's see what we draw here. Academy Drake would be pretty nice. Good. That is not too bad actually. So let's go, we'll take Servant. That is historic. So we have Traxos untap. Let's see if our opponent probably traps down Traxos. Right. Makes sense. We'll swing for 5 in the air. Have to pay 2. If you will. Then we can play Trapper. Untap Traxos, please. This combo is so good. Okay. So now we have Traxos on defense, which is pretty nice. They can obviously use IC to tap him down. And then at their end step, they can untap IC with the Voltaic Servant, so that's pretty good. So they should probably do that, I feel like. Only costs 1 mana. To move the Jousting Land, which is interesting line of play. I'm surprised by that play, but I guess. So if we swing in, they tap down Traxos. Yep. Of course. If you attack with the trapper, Baird blocks. So good block on that. Good block on everything else. So you do this. Oh, they do have Corsair up. Teshar trades with Corsair. Is this reasonable? And Teshar is pretty strong. Getting the Corsair off is pretty important too, though. Let's do this. If they want to trade, we can trade. Looks like they'll trade. I think we get a snapper down. Get that on the disciple. They don't have a flying anymore. Untrap Traxos, so that gives them bad attacks. Still have 2 damage in the air. It's good for us. The snapper is a good attacker into them. 4-5. So I mean we can attack with Traxos and snapper and disciple next turn. Let's see what they have here. Past turn. Settle the Wreckage is not in this format, right? That's very suspicious. Them not playing anything. Like, what do they have? Seal Away? The good Seal Away Traxos would be really bad for us. Seeing as they tap it down, doesn't seem to be the case. If they can't seal away Snapper, which is good for us. I think this is what we attack with. Sure, let's snap 2. Gideon's approach. Do the block now? Alright, a chump block. Do we play Shana? I mean, it untaps Traxos, but we can do that with Pole Kick anyway. I guess that could have been relevant. Maybe we should have used it earlier. Let's do this. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 good attackers. Right. Belts unlocked, holy shit. And they drew into a cast down, but luckily they don't have the mana to play it. Also, cast down doesn't deal with Snapper or Shana or Traxos, because legendary and hexproof. And opponent says GG. Okay, managed to pull through there. That IC Manipulator is really strong. For a moment we didn't think we'd pull through, but it's good. 4 wins, it's pretty nice. So you're at least getting back 1400 gems, which is enough to keep us going with more sealed if we want. Although I think sealed Dominaria is ending tomorrow maybe or day after, so we might not have time to do that. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Against Proteus. Let's see how our Bant historic deck does. Ooh, 3 colors, Llanowar on 1, Knight of Grace. This is I don't want to jinx it, but I want to say this is a really good hand. So we got Knight of Grace turn 2 and Shana turn 3. Opponents in black. The Might of Vicious Offering. Sparring Construct's not the worst. Right. Don't want to attack into Construct with Llanowar else. That's just a bad idea. Terrible trade for us. Right. Looking at Knight of Grace. I think the hexproof from black is relevant here. Since opponents playing black, they might be playing the good black removal like Vicious Offering or Eviscerate, and or even settle the score actually, and having Knight of Grace to sort of prevent that really helps. Play Island and play Divination. And attack with Knight of Grace. So do we go to combat first? I think yes. Opt. Okay, interesting. Opponent's playing Sultai. Well, 3 colors in sealed is not surprising. It's kind of hard to get really good cards in 2 colors. Right, land is not terrible, but right now we just have cheap stuff. I mean, land does help with Slimefoot is really good, but it does grow our Knight of Grace, which you're not totally sad about. Let's go Forest, play Shana. Still have 3 mana up, so we could play an Academy Drake. Do you want to play Academy Drake without Kicker? Kicker cost is 4, that means you have to play it for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll have to wait 2 more turns for that. Don't think it's worth it. Alright, let's attack with Knight of Grace, and then I think we'll play the Drake. Just to stay aggressive. Right, opponent grows their Slimefoot, so I guess good for them. Right, so now they can't block Shana with the Slimefoot, unless they want to sacrifice it. They can block the Knight of Grace though, which is bad for us. Divination. So they are tapped out now. Does this add mana? No, it only... It's interesting. Okay, so now we attack with these 2. No point attack with the Knight of Grace, because I can just block it. Right, 6 damage is pretty good. No point playing another Shana because she's legendary. Can't have 2 of her on the board. So you'll see the yellow border around her. See, at this point, what would be nice? Deep Freeze would be nice to just remove Slimefoot's abilities and like stop him from just spawning Saprolings. That would be the best move for opponent right now. Just spawn a bunch of Saprolings. Right. Cost 4 mana, opponent can spawn a Saproling. Use it to chump block Shana. Ooh, we should put it on Knight of Grace there. That was my bad. We're gonna just do this. This way we can attack into Slimefoot. I know we just wasted 1 mana there, but I think this is relevant. Creates a Saproling, chump block Shana probably. Chump blocking Knight of Grace is not a good idea because it has first strike. Or I don't think it matters because they still get the value from it. Okay, that was a weird visual bug, but yeah, basically whenever Saproling dies, they drain 1 and... Oh, that's it. Yeah, I thought they also get to draw a card, but I guess not. Maybe I was wrong. Memorial to Folly is actually pretty good for them to get their Slimefoot back if they ever lose it. Bad for us. Sitting at 6 land, if you play Sylvan Awakening, we get 3 2/2s with Indestructible. Is that lethal? See, they'll have 2 block. Ooh. Time of Ice is really good for them. So Knight of Grace. So they're gonna bounce 2 creatures to our hand in 2 turns. Ooh, Skin Witch. Oh, at least I am shocked that they wouldn't just hold on to it to play it kicked. I mean, that's really scary. So I think we do this. to get 4 damage in. If we attack with Shana, they basically just... Oh, they can't spawn the sap rolling. They've used up their mana. Ah, then I think this is worth doing. We put it on the Drake here just to get indestructible. I mean, not indestructible, but because it has flying, so we know we'll get the damage through. Ooh, if we had played an Awakening, would we have gotten lethal? Not really, because then they would have blocked 1 with Slimefoot. One of the lands. And they've gone down to 2. Let's see, the Time of Ice, probably the Academy Drake, because they can't block that. They can block Shana with a sap rolling. Let's see what they play here. Talent Omnivore. That does mean they don't have enough land to make a sap rolling. So they have 2 blocks. Next turn they bounce these 2 to our hand. Let's see, do you have enough for Awakening kill? Steps 3, so it leaves us with 3 lands, so that's 6 damage on 3 creatures. We attack with Shana, they block it with Slimefoot or Talid. I mean, they have to jump block it. They block 1 land with, let's say, Slimefoot or Talid. 2 lands get through. We also attack with Llanowar. If they block Llanowar, we do 6 damage, we win. Alternatively, we can play Snapper. I think we just go for Awakening. Should also note that the lands are indestructible. So even if they jump block, they're not great. See, what is opponent holding? Counterspell? Syncopate. I can pay 2. Okay. Oh, then we only get 1 land. I see what they did. Huh, that was actually a good play. But we still attack with our 10-10 Shana though. So it was indestructible, so why not attack with it? Probably just block it with something. Yeah, there we go. Letting the Slimefoot die though. Interesting. I would have let the Omnivore die. The Time of Ice. Oh god. That's a thing. I totally didn't realize that's how that would work. Creatures, and these are creatures. No blocks. Oh god. Did we just lose the game? Holy shit. Discard 4. What do you even get rid of here? Then we keep flyers. Get rid of 1 Shana. Plains a forest, 2 forests. The Snapper because it's too expensive, and at this point we won't get to it. Oh god. Holy shit, we might have just thrown the game. Oh, I didn't even think about that interaction. Oh my god, and they get us the heat. Yeah, now things are pretty rough for us. Do we want to play Knight or Shana? I think we play Knight. Fast turn. So next turn we can play a 4-drop with 3 lands and a Llanowar. So we can get Teshar out. Right, so play land. Let's go to combat. Attack with both of these. Probably block. Okay. It's not good for us. Block the Lanor. Go out of the duel. Do they have a response? They might have drawn into Vicious Offering. Okay. Take 5 damage next turn. Oh god, are we dead? Oh my god, that was such a huge misplay. Opponent has a second Slimefoot? Oh my god. Damn. And a freaking Muldrotha, okay. That's really sweet. Sultai deck. Alright, what's our play here? So we need to play a flyer to block Zahid. Play a land. Academy Drake. Tap Lanor Elf. Play this, which blocks the Slimefoot. Get a Saproling. Oh man. We were so close to winning. Oh god. Yeah, that was... There's Rota out, so... Yeah... GG's. Holy shit. Would we have won if we had just held on one more turn? Ugh, maybe. Let's do all 3 of our Shanas this game. No Traxos though. Will Traxos even save us? We don't have enough mana. Could play a Snapper. Blocks okay, we don't have wide enough board to block everything. Kind of do. Doesn't help that much. Could go Teshar into Shana. Gives us 2 creatures. That doesn't block anything well. And that just tapped our white, so nope, we can't go Teshar into Sana. So playing Shana would have been nicer because at least should have been a 4/4. So this sucks. Can't attack with Drake because he just eats it. Can't attack with Knight of Grace because again he just eats it. This is GG's. And opponent has reanimation. Oh man, I'm so sad. Oh god. Second time of ice? Oh no, playing it from the graveyard, okay. This is such a strong deck. What are the rares even? Zahid? This is uncommon, interesting. Muldrotha is mythic. Bunch of 2 Slimefoot is uncommon and a Time of Ice. Damn. Memorial is 1 uncommon. I wish we had opened such good Sultai cards when we opened our Muldrotha. And this opponent has a really good deck. 2 Slimefoots even. Oh, man. So that Syncopate was really good too. Even though we could like tap land to not get countered. the fact that block here, I guess. Could go snapper. Doesn't do much. Well, neither does Shana. Get another Shana back. Sacrifice it. Well, forgot that was that Shana's ability. That's kind of relevant. Counter the attack. This becomes a 4/3 fake equipped sword. So he still blocks that. Fake equip it onto Drake. Then they could also just jump block it with Sparring Construct actually. Yeah. We are dead. Next turn time of ice, they tap down Drake, attack with the he, then we lose. See what's our line of play here. So we attack with both of these, to block one with Zahid. Still not lethal though, we can't get it up to 4 damage. Just attack with Knight. Maybe they don't block. JK, of course they block. Jump block. Oh, buddy, first strike. Maybe they're scared of a pump spell actually. Oh, Slimefoot just kills us. I forgot about that. GG's. Oh god. That Timer Fire Stun with Sylvan Awakening was... that was too bad. Basically, got all the lands back. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that interaction. Okay, 4-3. Although the head loss was totally my fault. Alright. Let's open packs. Chainer's Torment. Sergeant Arms, Vicious Offering is nice. Ooh. Oh, Barracks. Now if only we'd opened that in our packs. I mean, I'm not complaining though. 4/4 Dragon, I can put him in my Dragon's deck. He is mythic after all. Ooh. Is this another mythic? Yawgmoth's Wild Offering, legendary sorcery. Put up to one target creature or planeswalker from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Destroy up to one target creature or planeswalker and then exile it. So basically, deals with their biggest creature or planeswalker and you get to revive one of your own or even theirs. It says from a graveyard. So if they have a dead creature or planeswalker, you get it back. I guess it's decent. Sort of like a glorified Eldest Reborn. Sort of like a targeted Eldest Reborn, I guess, but it's legendary, so maybe a worse version. Memorial's nice. Yargle. Do you have full playset of Yargle yet? Maybe. Another rare. Ooh, Sorcerer's Wand is nice. Whisper. First Eruption. I've actually never seen anyone play this card. It's 1 damage to each creature without flying. Is there a flyer deck in red? Because you could go Jeskai flyers. Add 2 red mana. Sacrifice a mountain. If you do first option, deals 3 damage to each creature. Good against aggro? If you're playing Jeskai flyers, I guess. Or maybe in Izzet Drakes it might be. But like, why would you play this in Izzet Drakes? I don't understand. It's good against aggro, but kind of a slow board wipe. I mean, if you're playing this, why not just play Deafening Clarion in Jeskai? Is it? I don't know if Izzet even wants to play board wipes like this. Rest of the cards are okay. Let's open this Traveling Cup Pack too. So we have it. Legion War Boss, nice. I think we already have one or two of these. True Fire Captain is nice. These are nice uncommons. And some okay cards. The Legion is decent, I guess. And let's go to a Dragon's deck and add a Barracks before we forget. Oh yes. I think we can cut a Spark Tongue Dragon because that's kind of a bad card. To be honest. And this looks okay. Look at all this ramp. Yeah, a lot of fixing. You have Evictus. Let's see. Let's just search Dragon. Playing all the dragon cards. Ooh, we have 4 volcanic dragons. When did that happen? Oh, this is like way too expensive. 6 mana 4 for flying with haste. I mean, it doesn't have haste, but 5 damage sacrifice. Yeah, we're playing our double Nickel Bolus and Evictus. Man, I wish we opened up some more Elder Drakes. That would be cool. 4 copies of Draconic Disciple. Sarkhan would also be nice in this. We play. We're playing Jade Ranger for a land draw, but do we play? Do you think we play Branch Walker to fetch more lands, or Slanor Druid, Greenseeker? I mean, like all these basically 1 to 3 drops. Good way to fix mana. I don't know. I haven't tried this. Also, we're running wonky mana base, so that I can splash these 2 guys. District Guide doesn't fetch them though, because they're not basic lands. Narda is ranging Raptors. So maybe we take these out and play basic lands instead? I don't know, it's really strange. Draconic Disciple does add mana of any color. It's gonna be good to play these guys out, but to get like 2 of these on the board for that. Maybe 1 for Evictus, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, well, that was Dominaria sealed. We do have coins, but not enough. We're done with missions anyway. This ends in a day and a half, so we probably won't get another game in. Maybe if you want to use our gems, we could do 1 more. So Dominaria is not it's not the best format to play sealed. I think draft is much better because you can actually I mean, like, pick a color combo and try to build a good deck. But sealed is just sort of RNG depending on what rares you get and what other cards you open. See what's the best deck you can make. Anyway, this was fun, and the last game was really embarrassing, but well, you learned something new. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.